Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to this tutorial for the parts system for Naval Age, which is a online multiplayer strategy game produced by Cali Gems, or used to be GNAT Top. You can build your base, build fleets, attack other players, and basically try to become the top-ranked person while dominating the sea, the digital sea, as you will see. We'll kill that jet plane. We'll get this. Bam, bam. We're doing good. All right, we're going to come down here to our bottom scroll bar. We're going to go to our parts system. And we are going to go over some of these parts. I'm going to be using the aircraft carrier as my basis for the parts, for explaining the parts system, increasing parts, modules, cranks, as well as aura effects that exist in the game with certain ships and whatnot. And we will go over that. So starting off, you can see the parts here. There's a gold one. Here's our Oral Fighter. It's used to increase attack. Our defense, or our deck, is used to increase defense. The monitor is used to increase accuracy. The turbine, or the engine, is used to increase evasion. And this reinforced defense does a couple things. It reduces agent skill effects as well as reduce damage from all ships. So those are your parts. That's what they do. If you come down to this bottom area here, your attribute bonuses, it will tell you what, based on your parts levels and how strong they are, everything. So my overall attack is increased 226% because I have this yellow Oral Fighter up here. My accuracy is increased 57%. HP 190%. Dodge increased 59%. This is your critical and tenacity, which no part of that is upgraded because of the parts. They don't do anything. Down here, your resistance, which is based off of this guy right here. Your suffer damage, also based off of your armor. And your cruiser damage, and your battleship damage, which is part of the aura effect we will get into shortly. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go over a couple things here. If we go to our storage, we go all the way over here to our experience items, also known as our modules. You'll see I've got two colors. The modules come in a bunch of different colors. They come from white, green, blue, purple, and orange. Orange, also referred to as yellow or gold, depending on who you speak to, or what you how people refer to them in the game. So they can be orange, yellow, or gold. Your modules, your materials here, your cranks come in orange, blue, purple, gold, yellow, orange, whatever the hell color you want to call that, and red, as well as your cranks and your mods, as well as your parts here back into storage. Your parts come in these different colors as well. Your parts will go white, green, blue, purple, orange, and red. So we'll go into upgrading parts. We're going to strengthen a part. Now I'm going to go off and I'm going to show you this right here because it's at max level. And it's not going to show up when I go to strengthen things. So if I go into this menu, everything that I can strengthen will be right here. Once you reach that max level, let's say, for instance, the Oral Fighter here was 78 of 80. If that was 80, it would disappear from this list, and it would go into this other list over here to advance. Now, if I click this advance, you'll see all these need to upgrade the level first. Upgrade the level first. Or rather, not that one, but upgrade the level. This one here is at max level. It'll tell you down here at the bottom what you need to increase it. So I need 100 honor medals. I don't have 100 of those. That's why it's red. I also need a 100 million silicone, or 100 million iron, uranium, and I also need another one of these alloy decks, or your blue part. I do have enough cranks, however, which is always good. So we're going to strengthen a part right now. We'll go into here and we'll kind of pop down all the way here. I'll strengthen one of these white parts, which is a light fighter. It's all of its attributes are right up here. Its level, its experience required to reach its next level, as well as the experience required to reach its full level. So if I go in here, I can click on these, and I can use these, as many of these as I have or I want, to upgrade this part. I can hit confirm, and it'll show you right here that it's going to go up 12 levels. It's going to give me 57k. experience, and it's going to go up 12% for the attack. Now, if I hit auto select down here, it'll add all of my modules that I have into it, and it'll increase its overall value plus 15. Now, I'm not going to do that because I have an easier, quicker way to do this for the sake of this tutorial. If it was just me doing it regularly, I would do the auto select here, and I would just use that. But because I do have a bunch of other parts, you can use parts to upgrade as well. I have a bunch of these Void motor ship engines. I'm just going to use one of these because it's just about the exact amount of experience I need. A little pop-up will come up asking if you want to use this part. It does exceed the experience required. I know that it does. I'm going to hit confirm. And we're going to watch right here how that goes up. How this goes up. And now, bam, we're at max level. Congratulations, my light fighter is at max level. Who cares, really? So now we go over here to this advance. And once I click here, you'll see if I scroll down a little bit, I'm available to advance this particular item right here. Because it is a level 20 of 20, I can click that. All of these, it tells me what I need. 1 million silicone, 1 million uranium, and 1 advanced green crank. So on the left, your part. On the right, the part that you will receive once you hit this advance button. I'm going to go ahead and hit advance. We're going to watch it go. And look at that little, oh yeah, look at that go. Now, I have this green part here. It gives me my level. It tells me what I need to increase it to the next level. I don't have 3 million silicone. Super close, though. I do have the uranium needed. I do have the blue crank needed. And I do have the heavy fighter that's needed. But that is how you advance your parts and you strengthen your parts to get them up to these levels of gold and blue and purple and stuff like that. So there's that. There is one more thing we will go over, which is the aura effect of this particular ship and ships in general. If I go down and I click this, my cruiser damage increase 15%. So what that means is this aircraft carrier does additional damage to the cruiser. I want to place the aircraft carrier across from my enemy cruiser wherever possible. And also, battleship damage decreases 10%. So this particular ship also has an increased damage from the battleship, meaning I don't want to place this ship across from the enemy battleship because I will receive extra damage. At this particular point in the game, it's not a huge deal because we're at such low levels and low power, but it is something to keep in mind as you go through and you're trying to defeat your stages and you're trying to level up as quickly as possible. You're trying to be the strongest person in the game as you can. But you see here, these are all cruisers. I actually won't use this one as an example. Let's go to Hot Pursuit over here. See what we got in here. If you click this little eye right here, it'll give you the fleet setup. So, as you can see, going from top left to get out of here. Top left to bottom right over here, this is your 1, your 2, your 3, your 4, your 5, and your 6 spot. So this is telling me that there's a barrier battleship, an Aegis cruiser, an Ares submarine, a Blade of Empire is going to take up the whole back row. It is the exact opposite of what you see here. So when you hit that info button, this is your 1 instead of this being your 1 over here. Now, I can go ahead and now that I know what's going to be there, that battleship is going to be there. So if there's a battleship in that spot, generally you want to have a submarine because a submarine will take out the battleship. It does additional damage to the battleship. So if I hit that, go and put one of those there. Now the next one is a cruiser. I know that the aircraft carrier beats the cruiser, so I want to put an aircraft carrier there. As we keep going, we have an Ares submarine. I know that a cruiser will beat a submarine, so I'm going to put a cruiser in there. Back to the information. All right, so 3 Blade of Empires in the back row. I know that battleship beats aircraft carriers, but my battleships aren't super strong. So I'm going to put one in there, and I'm going to fill up the rest of my fleet with these Blade of Flames because they are my strongest ship. I am going heavy in the ACC or aircraft carrier. So we're going to do this. Now, generally speaking, when you have an even fleet set up and you're trying to do things right, that's how you would set up your fleet. You want things across from your enemy here, as you can see right here, right here, right here. You want things across from your enemy that is going to take them out. Now, you'll see I'm going to kill this guy relatively easy. You'll see one of my doubles hit. He's missing a bunch. His accuracy's down. I just destroyed those ships right there because that aircraft or that cruiser, you know, kills the sub. It's also good against aircraft carriers, I've noticed. But the auras is something you want to keep in mind. You see, we're destroying this guy right now. Just absolutely destroying him. He's got nothing. Now Todd's going to activate, and that ship's going to go bye-bye. And we just 3-starred the crap out of this guy. 208,000 experience, 5 reputation. All right, we'll take it. But that is your general fleet setup. That is your auras. And those are your parts in the part system. So as you're upgrading your parts and you're getting stuck, not being able to gain power, not knowing what to do with all these extra parts, you want to get rid of them. You want to upgrade them. You want to make them better so you can get up to these gold, yellow, orange parts, and then to the red parts, which is next. I don't have any reds. It's a new server. Not that far yet. But you can see these cranks, need a bunch of those. I have none of these gold cranks. That sucks. I don't have enough of these to make gold. It takes 10. I could make, all right, 50. I could make 5 gold cranks, which is enough to upgrade another part. But I'm not going to worry about that yet because it's going to take out all my purple cranks, and I'm probably going to need those for something. But that's your overall parts, your aura, a brief explanation of what everything does, your attributes, your strengthening and advancing. Trying to keep these under 10 minutes. We're running a little over. There's a lot of information in this game and trying to explain a lot. And another helpful thing is the help over here. It's worded a bit weird, but it'll tell you basically the same thing that I'm telling you right now. As we go into our ships and our auras here, it's going to tell you what everything does. Your battleship increases the damage of all ships. Submarine increases the critical strike of all ships. Cruisers increases the damage, or rather decreases the damage from all enemy ships. Your aircraft carrier decreases airstrike damage from the enemies. So keep those in mind as you're setting up your fleets. This is why you want to use all 4 types of ships in your fleet setup, because you want those bonuses. Doesn't mean that it always happens like that, because sometimes your ships aren't strong enough to last through a first round. And if they're not strong enough to last through that first round, it's really pointless to have them in your fleet setup because they're going to die. And once those ships die, they no longer have that effect. Your restraint here, this is also part of that aura effect. As you see, the battleship, 125% damage to aircraft carrier. Submarine damage to battleship only receives 80% damage from cruisers. So you don't want cruisers against submarines, or rather you don't want submarines from cruisers, across from cruisers, because they won't give a full attack. But you do want them across from battleships, because they will provide an added attack of, 125% to battleships and only 80% damage to cruisers. So you don't want them attacking cruisers. They won't do as much. You want them attacking battleships or aircraft carriers, or maybe even other subs. Should be all right. That is a brief rundown. We're hitting 14 minutes, so we're going to get the crap out of here. We will have more tutorial videos and uploads and stuff like that at future times. If you have any questions, feel free to get a hold of me. I'm Tickle Me Vic, server 1, server 39, basically every server. And as we go through and we are doing these tutorials, we'll answer a lot more questions that you might have. So thank you guys for watching. Be good.